Hi, this is a recorded lecture for the IB DP Design Technology. We're looking at subtractive manufacturing techniques. This is topic A4.1.7. It's HL content and design in theory. You should know and be able to select an appropriate manufacturing technique used for working with different materials to produce products. And we're looking at subtractive manufacturing. So from the IB, subtractive techniques involve removing material from an initial 3D mass to achieve a desired shape and can also be applied to 2D or flat materials to modify or change the shape. You must be able to explain how components are produced using wasting, which is another word for subtractive manufacturing, which include cutting, milling, turning, and abrading processes, which are applied to both 2D and 3D materials. So first off, machining or manufacturing is the act of manufacturing a component using a machine. This is precision material removal using a machine and tools to create parts with tight tolerances. In this video, you can see that a tooth is actually being milled and they're removing material from that tooth. And of course, this is going to need some very tight tolerances because this is going to go into somebody's mouth and it needs to fit into a space perfectly. And so this is an example of subtractive manufacturing using a machine. One of the ways that we subtractively manufacture is with cutting. And so laser cutting, for instance, is a high precision manufacturing technique that uses a concentrated high-powered laser beam to cut, etch, or engrave materials. Design contexts include wood and acrylic. You do need to be careful because you're literally burning through materials with a laser, so it burns through the material. So toxic gases can be produced and only certain materials can be laser cut. So for instance, you can't laser cut polycarbonate. PVC also produces chlorine gases, so those can be deadly. Basically, you're 2D cutting because you're working on the X and Y axes only when you're using a laser cutting machine. And you can see something like this laser cut storage system right here was made with a laser cutter. We have CNC plasma cutting. This is an automated high-precision thermal process that uses a computer-controlled accelerated jet of hot plasma to cut through electrically conductive metals like steel and aluminum and copper. It again is a 2D cutting because we're only cutting on the X and Y axis. You can watch this video to see how plasma cutting works. We have water jet. This is a precise industrial cold cutting process that uses an ultra high pressure stream of water, and it's often mixed with abrasive particles like bits of garnet, and it cuts through almost any material up to 300 millimeters thick. So that's like 30 centimeters. It's also a 2D cutting. So we're cutting on the X and Y axis. Watch this video. It's kind of just fun. It's kind of long. It's about 7 minutes, but it just shows you the water jet cutting through all kinds of things. Like for instance, this phone right here. Milling is when you have a end mill. So you're basically spinning a bit. It's a bit like a drill bit, but the ends of the bit will either usually be flat or there'll be a ball. And you're using an end mill. This is an end mill right here. And this is the spindle of this CNC router. So a CNC router is a computer-controlled cutting machine that automates the process of routing, drilling, and carving materials like wood, plastic, foam, and some soft metals. And it's 3D cutting, and we're looking at the X, Y, and Z axis for milling. An application for a CNC router could be flat pack furniture or mass customization. And you can see that this is a press fit shelf. So there's no glue or anything that's holding this shelf together. It's just held together with friction and really tight tolerances. This is also an example of press fit furniture. And of course, the nice thing about doing this is you could take these apart and pack them flat. So IKEA's sort of business model is flat pack furniture, and you might use a CNC router to make a lot of the components and parts for those different bits of furniture. CNC routing can also be used to make things like molds or PCBs. So this particular CNC router, the small one that we have here, is a 3-axis mill, which means that it can carve in the X, Y, and Z direction, and you can make things like this mill. This is a piece of wax, and it milled out this shape right here in order to make a silicon mold. But you can also use it for things like PCBs, which is an electronic component. There are 3-axis mills, which I've just shown you, but there are also 4-axis and 5-axis mills. So when you are cutting in the 4-axis type mill, what you're cutting is the X, Y, and Z axes, but also you have one rotation. So in this case, this part can rotate in this direction. So it is a 4-axis mill. And please watch this video to see that in action. On a 5-axis mill, not only will you be able to rotate in one direction, so maybe in this direction, but you also will be able to rotate in the other direction. Turning is another subtractive technique, and this is a subtractive machining process where a workpiece rotates on a lathe machine while a stationary single point cutting tool removes material to create precise cylindrical shapes such as diameters, tapers, and threads. The rotation is in one direction, and we use these to make things like cylindrical parts. Some other machining tools that we have are things like drills. So this is a drill press, and this is a hand drill. And of course, drills are tools to make a hole. Abrading is a process where the surface of a material is rubbed away with another material. So for instance, you can see on this belt sander, or sometimes in the UK, they're called band facers. This has sandpaper on it, and that sandpaper will be moving. In this case, it's a belt, and it will abrade away material from the 3D mass. This is a spindle sander. This is going to spin, and it will also move up and down, and that will abrade away material. These are some other abrasion tools: a palm sander and also a belt sander. This is a handheld belt sander compared to this, which is like a benchtop or a desktop belt sander. This leads us to finishing techniques. This is one of your vocabulary terms. And this is a manufacturing process used to finalize the surface of a component. And we're usually using it to bond materials together, improve aesthetics, or provide durability. And so that's finishing techniques. Some other subtractive manufacturing techniques could be sawing. So this could be a hand or a power tool for cutting wood or other materials, typically with a thin serrated steel blade and operated using a backward and forward or rotational motion. So for instance, this is a pull saw. So this is a hand saw that you would operate just by your own muscle power. This is a band saw, and there is a band saw in here. So there's a saw. It's like a big steel rubber band that's serrated, and it runs on 2 big wheels. So there's a big wheel in here and there's a big wheel in here, and the band is tensioned around those 2 big wheels, and they spin and they will cut through material. We have things like a circular saw. So this is a circular saw, and we have things like a miter saw, and these are rotational movements. Some other subtractive techniques can be a planer or a thicknesser, just depending on your use of that vocabulary. And this is a power tool used for shaping or smoothing wood surfaces. So this is a handheld planer, and this is a thicknesser, and you would run your wood through this and it would shave off the top of your piece of wood. A hand router is a versatile handheld electric or pneumatic tool used in woodworking to hollow out, trim, edge profile, or carve intricate designs in wood, plastic, or occasionally metal. And this is our hand router right here. Some other tools that we might use are hand tools. And so there are a variety of tools used to remove material from a 3D mass. So from the left here, you can see we have these Sureform tools. We also have a rasp and a file. We have some chisels and a plane. Thank you for watching.